Hey guys, welcome to Talking Beans. Heather is not with me. She's actually, well, she is with me. She's just right behind the camera filming me. But today we have a how-to. What we're going to teach you is how to make a soy cinnamon dolce latte. Now, if you go to Starbucks a lot and you get that, you're going to want to watch this. You can make it at home a lot cheaper, and it will taste almost like the ones you get at Starbucks. First thing we need to do, you can really use any espresso that you get in the store, but you're probably going to get the most authentic taste if you like the Starbucks blends from the espresso roast at Starbucks. Now this is the Christmas blend 2011, and the key here is as we grind it up, I've already put some in the grinder here, is to really grind it into almost a dust. So we want it to be as fine as possible so that when the water goes through, it's as strong as possible. Alright, so we have grinded our coffee, and this is the consistency you want. And you'll see it's real fine there. That's what you want. You want the fine, so we get the most flavor, and we have a stronger espresso, because you need the stronger espresso because we're going to be adding a lot of milk that will somewhat dive the flavor down a little bit. So what we do now, we throw in our coffee grounds, our espresso, into our espresso cup, and it's going to be 2 ounces. Most of the ones you buy like this, they'll have a little 2-ounce mark, and they'll also have a 4-ounce mark for a double shot. So whatever you prefer, we're going to do the 2-ounce now. So we have our espresso in the cup here. We're going to attach that. That's ready to go. We pull the top off. Now what we have here is just a plain Mr. Coffee. This was like 30 bucks, 30, 40 bucks. Mr. Coffee, cappuccino, espresso maker. Now it comes with this. Most of the ones that you get are going to have these marked also. Has the 2-ounce mark, that's what we're going to wait to get it to get filled to. However, when you put the water in the top here, we are going to put about 3 ounces because you need 2 ounces for the espresso and then an additional ounce to give you room for the steam that we're going to use to steam the soy. We just pour the water in the top. You definitely, when you're done, you don't want to pull the top of this off until all of the water's out of there. So you usually have to let it run. Otherwise you pull that off and the thing will go flying because there's a lot of pressure still in there if the water is not completely out. So that's all ready to go. We turn it to that. It is now heating up and we'll begin to squirt through and make the espresso. While we do that though, we have our cup. And then we have, then this is key. We originally just used regular soy milk because my wife Heather cannot have regular milk, but she can have the soy milk. It's better on her stomach. And we used the regular soy milk and it just didn't taste what we wanted. It didn't taste like what she was used to at Starbucks. So we noticed they use vanilla soy milk there. We actually asked them. So you want to definitely get the vanilla soy milk. So we just get that, usually when that's heating up, I get that ready. Fill this about halfway up. If you have a little too much, not a big deal, because you don't want to have not enough, because no one likes that. But if you have too much, well, you can just throw the rest away, or make it another cup. So that's ready to go. Now we just have to wait for our espresso, and it's starting to heat up. While we wait, I also get ready our syrup. Now you can buy the syrup at Starbucks that they actually use to make the Cinnamon Dolce Latte, and it's called Cinnamon Dolce. And they don't have it out with the other cups, but it's usually behind the counter, and I think it's about 8 bucks for this whole thing, and they give you the dispenser as well. So while that's getting ready, we're about 1 ounce, so I'll squirt in 4 or 5 of these. I'll do 5. Heather likes it a little more sugary. So that's ready to go. And we're going to pour in the espresso here in a minute. This is almost ready to go. It is ready to go. So that's full of 2 ounces, as you can see. So we'll pull that out. This machine is off, but there still is water in there. We're pouring the espresso into the cup that has the syrup. Okay, so we have some very strong coffee in there with a lot of syrup. But we're not done. We now have our vanilla soy milk. So we're going to use our steamer over here on the side. And we'll see that go. So you can see we're now steaming the soy milk. You want to make sure the end of the steamer is almost at the bottom of the cup. And now the outside of here, it'll be cold when you first pour the soy milk in there, but I kind of just hold my hand here, and when it's so hot that I don't want to keep my hand on it because it's too hot, then I know it's done. Now there's probably an official way to do that, but that's kind of the homemade version that we use. If you put it too much to the top of the steamer, it will make it more frothy, but then this whole canister will overflow with lots of froth, and you have a very big mess. Yes, I have done that. Alright, so it's pretty hot, so I'm going to turn that off. Now, the steam didn't quit on me, so I know there's more in there, so I'm going to probably just run out the rest of that into the dispenser. And so then this is how you do it. Here we have our vanilla soy milk and our coffee. And we want to hold back the froth because we don't want it to be all froth. There's a lot of froth on top. We want to get all the milk in there first. And you can see that. And then when it's almost at the top, if you want to have a little fun, then you can grab your froth, and if you're an artist, you can make designs at this point because the coffee part is brown, as you see in the cup here. And then if you grab froth, you could make a design. And I am an artist, and that is a snowball. If you're really good, if you go to like New York City, we went to this place, and they were so good at this that they can make like hearts and all these crazy things. They weren't quite advanced enough to make snowballs, but you know, I've been doing this for a full 3 weeks. So there you go. We have a finished soy cinnamon dolce latte, and this is sugar-free. The syrup that we had is sugar-free. You can get it in sugar-free. So it's healthy, and it will keep you up all night.
Hey everybody in coffee world, my soy latte.
Do you like it a latte?
I like it a latte. Not as good as the one in Soho, but pretty good.